What's up YouTube, it's Louis here, I hope you're all well. What an incredible day on the Bitcoin channel for all of crypto, and I mean incredible because this is something that we've been talking about for the channel since bottoming out down here. We've been saying that this is a reaccumulation phase to just pump into a certain key area as resistance, as with this lower low due to the FTX event. We were saying that this is not just going to recover simply. You've just begun the process of continuing lower. You've put in the lower low, we've lost the low. It means that this right here is not the bottom, this is a local bottom, and after such an event you capitulate, you reaccumulate, you trick all the newbie retail traders with this pump. Remember, we've been saying over here we're expecting these final momentum pushes and then for us to eventually roll over when we do tap this golden pocket. And we were saying on this channel for weeks and weeks and weeks, if not over a month, that we are expecting a retracement all the way back towards the 17.6 to 18.6k area. We've been saying this ever since this weekly candle down here that printed as a doji, because the following week, during the week, I was saying on the Friday, and again this closes every candle here closes on Sunday, but during the Friday of this week I was saying this is looking like a spinning top. If in 2 days time it stays like this is a signal to come back into this previous support, but to now use it as resistance. Now we've got 3 days and 10 hours left, but if I were to see a candle looking like that confirmed, again this is not confirmed, this candle will still keep on moving, but if in 3 days and 10 hours it stays as it is, this is something we call a shooting star, and we never want to see this at resistance. It's just essentially a sell signal or a reversal signal, in the sense that we came up and now you've printed this reversal candle to reverse down. This is not a confirmed candle, so we're going to ignore that at the moment, but it's already showing you signs of rejections. We can't take this as a confirmation, we have to go off the daily candles. And yesterday's candle over here was a shooting star holding the 0.50 fib as resistance. So there's already, remember in yesterday's video, I think we were going up at the time. It was a very bullish candle, and essentially I was saying that we should expect continuation until that moment where it's showing us weakness. And right there, it's amazing that we were essentially talking about this yesterday. We're saying I'm expecting this to now continue up with this bullish hammer and this pump towards the 55. I know it's below $1 below the 55, so it means that we're technically stuck between the 20 and the 55, but we were pushing up, and that's expected after the day before being such a big momentum push. We can continue, and we did that during the day. But for the daily candle close, which we were talking about in a lot of detail yesterday, explaining how that during the day is the manipulation, the only confirmation is the daily candle close. So simply we just need to wait for the confirmation. And it did actually close again above the 55, but this is giving us a clear picture. It was saying during the day I was up here and I liked being up here, but before the end of the day I didn't like being up here, and I basically pushed away from it. It's showing you weakness in and around this area. Does it mean we're dropping to zero right now? No, of course not. We can still try and break the wick. Again, what I do believe is that this is such a strong area of resistance. This is the expectation, and we're now waiting for that weekly candle close again for us to show that this is a shooting star bouncing off a previous area of support, but now as resistance to eventually continue lower. So the expectation is, if this is our top, in the coming days, if we fail to break above this, then this is our top. We need to wait for a few more days. We need to see it losing the 20 daily EMA. If I can see it losing the 20 daily EMA, then I'm pretty certain that this is the top and this is the correct fibs to use. And it's essentially saying that our next target to the downside would be a 1618 target at $13,930. This would coincide with our head and shoulders target that we find over here at 13,700. So we've got some confluence. This is our shoulder, this is our head, and this is our right shoulder that we're seeing over here on Bitcoin. So we're basically, we're just seeing things playing out as we've been anticipating over these last weeks. And it's good to see. Well, it's not 100% confirmed yet. You can easily hold the 20 EMA and this previous resistance and support and try and break this wick. Remember guys, if we get to 20k and then flip this 17.6 to 18.6k area into support, then this becomes our new floor. Again, just as we were bouncing from here, you'd start to bounce from here as well. And we need to take out where the capitulation began. This is something we call the reversal wave, but it's not what should happen. In a downtrend, when you make a low over here and you make a lower high, once you make a lower low, the fate is sealed. You're eventually going to fall and make a lower high and then make that lower low. Your fate was sealed when you went here, lower than this low. There you go. That's where you change the trend into a downtrend. So any pump, I could pump all the way back up to here. Doesn't matter. You made that lower low. This will be a lower high. And we make a new lower low, lower high, lower low. And so that's why this reversal wave here, it can happen, of course, but it's not what should happen, as we've just made a lower low. So as we're coming up, again, we can come up all the way to 21,467. That's still lower than it. And then you'd still eventually continue lower. So of course we would love that reversal wave, but it's not what should happen. And so that's why on the channel I've been telling you guys for a long while now, the expectation is an eventual rollover. Since making a new lower low below this low, expectation is come back into this old one, hit it as resistance, to then continue lower with new targets down at 14k. There are actually further targets to the downside, and that's down to about 12k. Apologies, that's my old mentor messaging me. Remember guys, I'm trading with him at the moment over on Forex I think for about a week now. We've taken 2 trades over on US 30. Let me show you. Let's see if the trade's gone right. So we did this trade at about 2:30 for the New York session, and yeah, there you go, take profit. Nice. So I know this is moving over to Forex quickly, but we had a doji over here, and when this is not when you really can't tell that we're at support, because again, this was the support, you just lost it. So this is just mid-trend. And so when you see a doji mid-trend, it's usually a sign of a continuation of your trend. And we just made that low, lower high, lower low. So this is mid, like making our new low. And so this is just a continuation signal. And what's happened is we went up first to test this previous support over here, or however you want to draw this. Tested this previous support now as resistance, and you can see we got that. Yeah, let me just draw a box for you guys. There you go. So yeah, with the doji, the new retail traders got tricked thinking, yeah, the market's going up. A lot of money has to be pushed into the market to move price that much. And then of course, capitulating, continuing with the trend afterwards. So a nice little trade here. That was about 1,300 pips over on US 30. If you don't understand what US 30 is and 1,300 pips, that's a fuck ton of money, guys. So yeah, with about a 5k account, yeah, you could have made upwards of $600 plus. So, and yeah, anywhere between 600 to 1.2k on that trade, and that was done in a 15-minute candle. So that's why I've moved over to Forex at the moment. But yeah, I know that we are always more focused on the crypto long term, and we need to know the day to day. And that's our signal for today, guys. We've got this shooting star at resistance on the daily time frame. That's a bearish selling candlestick pattern. It's rejecting the golden pocket, which we've been saying for God knows how long. We're expecting a rejection from here. It's just showed you the rejection in yesterday's update. We said there was nothing showing us we are going to go down. Only when we show us, only when it shows weakness, that's when we're going to believe we're going to go down. And with yesterday, it was a big green candle, and overnight, just for the daily candle close, which I urge you all to check out, because again, this is the daily time frame strategy. The only thing that matters is the daily candle close. So yeah, with this, that's your signal for a sell with a stop loss above your wick, just as I did on US 30. And it went into minus first, but very quickly, 15 minutes later, went up first and then down went into minus and then down into profit. That's going to be the case. You can see you would have entered here, would have gone into minus. You could have almost come up to the wick, but that's why your stop loss would be above the wick for a sell position, just like this. You can take it to the 20 EMA, because this could be an area where you're bouncing. It'd be a 1-to-1. It's not the best, but yeah, this would of course have to be leverage unless you're fine with 3.5% you could scale down to the lower time frames to see this. On the 4-hour time frame, we see an engulfing pattern, or just a shift of trend. We were going up very nicely, and then a massive wick to the top. It wants to drop. We're not consistently closing above this initial wick. We got above it, instantly closed back under it, meaning that this move above was a fake out, and then an engulfing candle. And so yeah, continuation down, another engulfing candle, just a signal we should be continuing lower. But there is some key support at the moment right here, and on the daily time frame, that's about this area over here where we're going to come into and find some support where the 20 daily EMA is. So what you should realize is that we're trapped between the 55 and the 20, and if we're seeing signs where we're losing the 20, that's a signal we could be coming lower and trying to lose these lows. Of course, from the low to the high, we have a golden pocket over here. So between 16.5, 16.8, there is some key support, which again, we could find support and head back into this golden pocket. We can go up to 20k. I just am warning you guys, eventually this will roll over, and that's what we're anticipating on the channel. But for now, it's a quick move down to the 20 EMA from here to here. And then this is support, so it's most likely going to go to the 55 again, hopefully fail and lose the 20, and then we head lower into this. That would be a nice short position, and then potentially could be buying again back into here and then shorting again. We'll take it step by step, but yeah, I hope this was very clear for you. I'm happy that I was able to show you the US 30 trade and explain it as well. So that's a little strategy to understand the psychology behind the openings of candles, especially when you're on the lower time frames. Understand for like the first half of the candle, it's going to go the opposite way, the market manipulation. And that's why I love the daily time frame, because it's literally telling you every single thing during the day is fake until that daily candle close, until a few hours before that daily candle close, and you wait for that confirmation, not exactly on the candle close. Sometimes there are clues a few hours before, that's why I said that. But yeah, most of the time we're waiting specifically for that daily candle close, which will give us our signal. And you've had two in the last 4 days, one being a bullish signal where you could have bought that, and we went through this exactly. And if you're a student of mine, both of these would have been traded or bought events that you would have been able to spot completely by yourself without my guidance, because it's all in the course and in the mentorship for you, so you don't have to rely on anyone else for your to take trades. You'll be able to do it by yourself. So if you're interested in that, if you want to private message me over my Twitter, the link is underneath for that, and I can send you a 50% discount on the course. Again, it teaches you from zero knowledge into becoming a self-sufficient trader. You will have the same information as me. If you want me to actually sit down and teach it to you, I do have personalized one-to-one mentorship. You can already be an advanced trader, that's fine. So yeah, if you want a discount on that, do private message me on my Twitter. The link is underneath the video. Like, subscribe, and comment, and peace.